what I found out. This is some crazy shit. Okay, well, turns out that Laird, he keeps talking about how he's, you know, his retirement, which is supposed to be like, you know, not very much, and all of a sudden, starting in February, he's supposed to be getting like all this money, and he told me that he can get his retirement and all these things he's been telling me, you know, about how the reason he's going to have all this extra money, and it's going to take me to Mississippi, and we'll go fishing. He's got an apartment, you know, paid for there, whatever. Anyway, it's Captain Jim Porter and Larry and my mom. Reason, okay, like Tyler was supposed to be turned evil and against me and after me, and I was told by PINDAR, I was like, and why my mom hasn't called me, and how did Larry get her number? And anyhow, they've been working together because, see, Larry, Ignaciana Stone told me all of this, and now there's a new law, okay, well, not a new law, it's for a while, but drug addiction is in the same thing as mental illness. So, if they want, for drug addiction, they can put you in a mental institution, okay, for drug addiction. And Captain Porter, when I got busted with drugs, and when I was on my 33rd birthday, when I was there, you know, when he let me go, he told me that he could take me back. Told me he could bring me back in 10 years on the same charges if he wanted, and, you know, so I best behave or whatever. And anyhow, so turns out that, because see, I told Larry that I called Captain Porter back and that I got my mom's number and I called her and went with my suspicions, telling him that they told me that they plan on locking me up, institutionalizing me, and and he confessed everything. He said, yes, Jim Porter, the whole deal was to set me up with drugs, and then get me put in a mental institution, and then, because, you know, the only family I have, Demetrius, my little son, doesn't know me, and Tyler, okay, he's 23, and my mom, okay, my family, so if I disappear, there's nobody that would, you know, miss me, or, you know, so basically they could just, it's a bounty. This has been a process, it's been going on for a long time, because Larry just fucking spilled everything to me. I tricked him, I told him that Porter and my mom, that I got a hold of them, and they told me, and I went on a bluff, because this is what Ignaciana, my stone, psychically told me, and Captain Jim Porter has been altering my police files and my personal files, and they've been doing this for a while. This has been a process. My mom, Captain Jim Porter, and Larry, for a bounty on me, which is a hit, a bounty. And so this was all supposed to take place in February. And since Ignaciana came along, and he talked with Captain Porter yesterday and told me, he's like, oh, I talked to Captain Porter and told him that you were off drugs and you were doing really good, and and then Ignaciana showed me that the reason that he said that was really because they plan on setting me up. It was a whole other conversation, but Larry made it sound like, yeah, I told me you're off drugs and doing good, we're going to go visit him, we're going to go out and visit Captain Porter, he goes, me and your mom are friends, and me and Captain Porter are friends, him and Captain Porter and him and my mom are friends. What he told me. Well, anyway, I told Larry that Captain Porter and my mom told me everything that my Ignaciana psych showed me, and Larry spilled the beans on everything, and said yes, that the only way that they're going to be able to get me off drugs is to lock me up and institutionalize me in a mental institution. And that's what Captain Porter, okay, but now because of the stone, they're realizing that it's worth so much money, they're speeding the process up. And, so anyway, yesterday, there's like, he took my drugs, or, okay, I told him I lost my drugs, okay, and what I did was I took salt, and I got a little bit damp, and I put it in my vial, okay, and so I acted like all day like I lost it, you know, and then, eventually Larry found it under the desk, or, you know, beside the desk, on the floor, and then it was still moist, like how damp meth is, you know, like moist. So you could pick it up. You should have seen Laird scooping every bit of it up, like, oh, you know, okay, and then telling me that I had to sell it. And so, for some reason, I put salt in there. Okay, but now I realize why. So Larry was, you know, trying to bust me with drugs with salt. So I can't do anything with that. And my real drugs, okay, well, you know what? I did them all. Okay? I did them all. But see, just because of that doesn't, because the new laws, they can say that you are insane and go in a mental institution because of drug addiction. Drug addiction and mental insanity are the same. So if people get busted for drugs, they can put you in a mental institution, lock you up forever, do whatever they want you to. So anyhow, this has been an ongoing process. My son Tyler, my mom, Captain Jim Porter, and Larry, for a bounty, a hit, money. That's where all this is coming from. This is supposed to take place in February. But then now they realized that the stone was so valuable, speeding the process up. Well, gee, I put my... Larry's been drinking my Gatorade all day yesterday. And he was like, oh, I feel like I'm waking up. I feel so good. He was like running around, feeling so good, doing this and that, feeling like so, you know, I was like, oh, I feel like I wake up or whatever. Yeah, Larry, it's because you fucking accidentally got my Gatorade, didn't you? Because, you know, I put my drugs in my Gatorade. It wasn't my fault he grabbed my Gatorade and drank it all day. So, drugs are in his system. Larry, he took my Gatorade and he drank it. Okay, it's not my fault. He fucking drank my Gatorade. Because they look the same, they're berry, you know, in the same Gatorade bottle. And he just happened to get my Gatorade. But he sure as hell was enjoying it. So now, their little setup plan, because they were speeding things up, because now instead of just the bounty, the money for the hit, it's a hit. Okay, all the shit I've been pulling, all these, I don't know who the hit's from yet. I don't know where the hit's coming from or who's paying for it, but it's millions. But then when they realized Naciana was worth over $30 million, broke up in carats, they're speeding it up, and they were going to do all this like right now, in the next 2 days. Well, Larry's got my drugs that he planned on planting on me. So he took it, and then he told me to flush it down the toilet. But really, he was going to set me up. They were setting me up to get me arrested so that I would get put in a mental institution. And Larry told me, he goes, that's the only way we're going to be able to get you off drugs is to put you in a mental institution. And Captain Porter is going to do it because he wants you off drugs. And he says the only way that you can get off drugs is if he locks you up. And Larry, he told me everything about my mom and everything. Okay, but I didn't talk to Captain Porter and get this information. And I didn't talk to my mom. I just went on what Naciana showed me psychically, and Larry spilled beans about everything. Captain Jim Porter, Gadsden County Sheriff's Office, same Mason Temple as Jeb Bush, they've been falsifying my police documents and my personal documents. Falsifying police charges and changing everything. Complete setup. Because they're carrying out a hit on me. A hit. A bounty. And then realizing that Naciana would add more millions to their bounty or whatever, they were planning on speeding it up. And, you know, it says that Aquamarine exposes a deceiver. She exposes a deceiver and she destroys the deceiver. I don't know, that's what I read about Naciana, but exposes deception. So she showed me this. I was like, okay, am I just imagining things? Am I crazy? Am I on drugs? Well, no, I'm not on drugs now. I've got some sleep and I don't have any more. So it's been like out of my system for about 24 hours. But Larry, he's got it in his system. And he tries to set me up with what, you know, he's got salt. He's got salt. And he's got drugs in his system because he snagged my Gatorade. Was drinking it all day yesterday. But yeah, he straight up told me, yep, that's why we're taking you there. I was taking you there because Captain Porter said the only way to get you off drugs is to get you locked up, institutionalized. I was bluffing. I never talked to Porter. I never talked to my mom. But Larry spilled the beans about everything. So you guys, Charles Larry Miller, Jim Porter, Captain Jim Porter, Gadsden County Sheriff's Office, Captain of the Narcotics Unit, Lana Jean Shoulders, Lana Jean Kane, Tyler Matthew Blue. You guys are in so much trouble. You have no idea. And as far as the Nashiana goes, ever since I've had the stone, psychically she's been telling me, don't tell anybody about the money. Just say it's a magic piece of glass. She said, don't tell anybody how much she's worth. I insisted because in my own mind I was thinking maybe if you guys thought I had something valuable, maybe you would like me or be my friend. I knew I was wrong, but I did it. So because of that, I ruined what could have been. Okay, I ruined it. Something the way it should have been. Because she told me not to go take it off the guy's porch either. Because the guy, it broke, and he did give me the 6-pound piece. But the big piece, it's 20 pounds. You know, but then I went over and told him that, you know, I borrowed her. Because it's some, you know. And so he said I could keep it, so he knows I have the mother stone, the one that's 20 pounds. But yesterday she broke this piece off for me. The mother stone did. Look. It's bigger than the one that... Okay, there's this one that broke off on the video that you guys saw. When I was, oh, I need money, and then here it came. Then I wouldn't sell it for money. And then last night, the mother stone broke off this one for me, which is much thicker. And it's just like, it's perfectly clear. Like this. And because Larry was going to go tell the guy how much money it was worth so he would take it away from me. And Ashiana told me, okay, I can still harness the magic, all of the magic, through the stone. And the stone. Or actually, I can just get rid of these and I don't even need that. There's another one. I have one the size of a teardrop anyway. I mean the size of a tear-shaped one. It's about that big. She told me that I could smash all of her. Smash her into dust, into the earth. And even if I kept a little tiny one that was that big, I could still harness all of the magic through her. It's just that you guys will be able to see it, and I ruined that for you. Now you guys aren't going to be able to see the mirror magic through her anymore because, well, I can't keep her anymore because now, because people know how much she's worth, she's in danger, we're all in danger. Because she can be sold for, well, break it down, $37 million. Okay, so this is, I just want you to say goodbye, okay? The mother stone, right here. She told me I need to learn to keep my mouth shut, and I don't need to tell people, I don't need to buy my friends. The reason I told Larry how much it was worth, and the people on YouTube, is because in my mind I thought maybe if I had something that they thought was valuable, maybe that people would think I was valuable and love me and be my friend. She told me not to tell about the money all along, and I did it anyway. So she told me what could have been and what should have been much more magical and mystical and colorful for you, all the videos, the mirror magic. I ruined it because now I can't keep her because now we're all in danger. If I keep her, people will kill. Okay, for $500. She is worth $37 million.